Hi, I'm Ashley Park with IdeateTV, and we're here with Rod Roddenberry of Roddenberry Adventures. Rod, can you tell me how you first got started with diving?
To be honest, was actually sort of a rebellious turning 16. You know, I turned 16, I got my driver's license, and I wanted to do something adult. I wanted to do something, you know, on my own. So I heard about scuba diving. I went out and I found a course, and I went and took it, and I passed it with flying colors. But the sad news was when it came to checkouts, my parents made me go to my, I think my SAT prep courses. So I never fully got certified until college. Very exciting story.
It is exciting. Well, what inspired the company, Roddenberry Adventures?
Well, my background is in sci-fi. My father created Star Trek, and you know the idea of scuba diving in alien worlds, and of course Star Trek. I mean, they really go hand in hand. When you're underwater, you are exploring an alien world. You are, I hate to say this, a fish out of water, but it's just such an adventure, and it's so exhilarating. I hope one day in the future, when we're out there in space, we can have these adventures on different planets as well.
Definitely. Well, do you see some similarities when you're, diving between space and the ocean?
Well, absolutely. I mean, there's kind of the, I don't want to call it the obvious, but it's zero G to some degree. You're floating, and again, I mean, it's a true exploration. Diving it intimidates a lot of people, at least the thought of it. What I love about instruction, whether you take it from NAUI or PADI or any other agency, is it's very incremental and it's based on comfort. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but perhaps the listeners and viewers. You put your face in the water. If you're comfortable, you take it out, you drop down to your knees, stand up, and you just incrementally get in. Diving's a great thing, and it's a great way to really explore the planet, and not just explore it, but you start to appreciate things. Divers inherently really start to appreciate the planet because they see the good and bad of what's out there. They see the trash, they see the torn up reefs. I mean, there's tons of beauty, but you start to get an understanding as to why it's so important. So, I mean, that's why I love diving.
Nice. Well, did you ever take your dad diving with you?
You know, funny, I skipped right over that when you asked me how I got into diving. When I was 13, maybe 14, I did a resort course in Tahiti with my father, and that was 87 or 88, must have been 88. And I remember there was a big storm coming in and I was just kicking really hard. But that was actually my first introduction, was with my father.
Nice. And do you have any safety tips by any chance for people who are getting started with diving for the first time?
Yeah. Well, for all divers, and people can agree or disagree, and if they disagree, they're wrong. If you ever don't feel comfortable, if you're ever out with someone and everyone's gung-ho on diving and you're just not into it, don't be afraid to say, I'm going to sit this one out. I mean, so many of us, we get peer pressured into doing things that we're not comfortable because we don't want to cancel a dive. If you're diving with someone and you want to come up, but you don't want to ruin it for them, listen, it's part of diving. Tell them it's time to come up. I mean, never be afraid to say, I'm done, I don't want to, I don't feel good about this. I've done that before, and I did it in Hawaii once, and there was a whole group of us. We were going out at night. There was tons of current. We swam out a bit. I was kicking my ass off, pardon my language, and I told my guy, I said, forget it, I'm going back in. Everyone said, good, we're all going in too. So that's my advice. Never be afraid to say, we're done, call the dive.
Great advice. With Roddenberry Adventures, what is an experience like when you go on one?
We do everything. Anything can be an adventure. So I'm based in Los Angeles and San Diego, so I do everything from local hikes to, we do dinners, we do movies. Last year we went to Fiji. We do the whole gamut. We haven't done skydiving yet, but I'm sure that's in the cards. So Fiji was spectacular. We had 13 people come out to us Fiji. We went to 2 different locations. We dove half the time, and then we explored the island and the local villages there for half the time as well. It was spectacular.
And thank you so much, Rod.
Absolutely, thank you.